Hi, I'm Ryan Keller. I am an assistant director for fitness over at the Rec Center, and today I want to talk to you about some of the ideas and resources that we're providing for things that you can do at home to keep yourself busy, active, still take care of yourself mentally, physically, improve your wellness, that sort of thing. So what we're providing right now is some online resources. So what we've got is kind of a new web page called TCU Rec at Home. So what we have there is two different sub pages. One is going to be Fit at Home and the other is Well at Home. So Fit at Home is going to have some pre-recorded workouts. I've done some of our instructors and personal trainers will do some as well. We also have a schedule of virtual classes, so those will be kind of Zoom meetings, and trying to build somewhat of a regular schedule for these group fitness instructors to continue to teach their classes, give everybody access, so it's not just for people with a membership, but anybody that gets in there and goes to our website can use those resources and jump in on those classes. One of the first ones that I did, try to create a series of things, knowing that people, number one, don't have a lot of equipment, don't necessarily have the same space. Try to think, well, what's something that everybody's going to have access to? Hopefully everybody's got their backpack with them, or can get a backpack or something similar. And then so we try to just be creative with what are all the things you could do with this backpack. Obviously you can change the load there, add more books, take things out, add a pair of shoes or whatever you've got around. But then give some kind of circuit that kind of hits all the different body parts, movement patterns, some conditioning, some core work, all these things that people are really into. But just wanted to give them ideas for those with a lot of instruction too. A lot of times I try to make the videos a little shorter because I know people are on a schedule and they're just trying to get after it, but now they got time to learn about it too, So then Well at Home is going to have some live meetings as well, different topics like time management at home with how things have changed. It's going to be taking care of yourself, so there's some self-care instructions and suggestions and things like that. We're going to be kind of competing in a nationwide activity challenge, so we'll be looking against other schools to see how many TCU students are putting in hours every week and how active are we staying. So that's another way to stay motivated is try to have a little TCU pride and make sure we're staying active. It's good for you, it's good for the school, gives us something to keep up with and kind of watch the numbers rise and all that kind of thing. And I love getting competitive with that stuff. I think it makes a difference. And if being competitive is your thing, that works. If it's just, hey, this is gonna hold me accountable and make sure that I'm logging these things and I'm contributing to this challenge, then that's great too. Yeah, I think it's really important for everybody to be prioritizing mental health. We're not getting that social aspect that we got so used to here on TCU's campus. And I think that's one of the things we really hang our hat on there at the Rec Center is we can walk around, see a bunch of friends, meet new people, just be around a lot of energy. And now we're kind of stuck at home. We feel a little claustrophobic and feel like we can't spread our wings a little bit. So we're trying to give some opportunities for people to continue on that, to adjust better. Some of the folks that we have over there that have these ideas know what they're talking about, can really give you some good ideas on how to stay positive, how to stay productive. So we're trying to be creative and look at what other universities are doing, kind of dig into our resources a little bit and give people some ideas. So I still think that's a really great social aspect, getting on some virtual workouts with a whole group of people. It's not pre-recorded, you're not just having to do it alone in your living room, you're actually doing it along with a bunch of other people, so that's pretty cool. From my perspective, one of the things I know that's helping me, that I'm trying to push with other people is just get out and move somehow, right? Whether that's going out and running, just going for walks, doing something in your garage, in your driveway, whatever you have access to, be creative, but make that a priority and keep yourself moving. I think we talk about this all the time, how physical activity really does benefit cognitive ability and your ability to retain the things that you're studying. It just improves your mood all over. And obviously, we want people to stay healthy. Habits have changed. You're sitting at home, mom's cooking all our good food, whatever the case may be. We want to make sure that that's a priority and people are sticking with some sort of program. And again, that's why we're trying to offer those ideas. Staying motivated is always a challenge. And sometimes I even tell people, don't wait for the motivation to happen, but commit to something, right? I think if you could sit back and say, hey, I'm gonna look at what my schedule is gonna look like. I've got these classes to take care of. I'm working on these other projects now that I have some downtime at home, and map out a weekly schedule really and stick to it. I think that's another thing that we're really missing is that that schedule, that consistency with going to class, going to lunch with friends, all these things that were happening here on campus. Now we don't have that schedule to stick to. We're kind of like lost and saying, well, what the heck do I do? Because with all that free time, you become less productive because it's like there's no rush on anything. You don't have to meet any deadlines. So I think making that schedule, sticking to it, and you're committing to that fitness regimen or whatever, and maybe even if that's one of the things that you've been putting on the back burner, now you've got a lot of time and availability to do that kind of thing. So commit to it, stick to it, because there's certainly going to be days where you're like, man, I'd rather just sit in bed or watch some more Netflix or whatever. But if you've got that commitment, you get up and do it, get it out of the way every day. I think people are really going to be happy. Build good habits now, so that when things go back to normal, you already have a full head of steam going into it. So really, it's taking that first step, right? You're not going to jump in and be doing full-blown competitive workouts and just knocking things out of the park right off the bat, but that's okay. Something's better than nothing. Just getting up and moving, going for a walk, that sort of thing is always going to be a good place to start. And again, I think even with those backpack workouts, with getting in on some of those Zoom meetings with the classes, that's a great place to start. Because you can leave those Zoom meetings and nobody's ever going to know, right? It's not as embarrassing as having to walk out of a class, right? You could go through some of those backpack workouts and do it very, very lighter with no weight at all. A lot of those things are you're able to do body weight. So I think that's a great time too. It is a scary thing. It's scary. I know, talking to a lot of people, to walk into a weight room thinking, I don't know what I'm doing here. And sometimes I lose sight of that because I feel so comfortable there in our staff, and we try to be very encouraging and inviting. But yeah, sometimes walking through the door is the biggest barrier. So I think now that you don't have that door to walk through, it's got to be a good time to really take advantage and say, I need to start getting into some physical activity, find a routine, find something that works for me. Because yoga's great, and we have people that are diehard yoga fans. We have people that really like to go outside and run. We have people that love strength workouts. And I think too, a combination of all those is the best way to go. It keeps things interesting. You find your weaknesses and your gifts, and then you can work on both of those, and just that mix of things, and meeting different types of people that do all the different things is really cool too. All right, guys, thanks for coming by. Again, I just want to encourage you to visit our website. You can find that link in the description. But go through there and check out some of our pre-recorded fitness workouts. Check out some of the live classes. There's a whole schedule there, 10 plus classes that you can check out every week. So jump in on those, try some new things that you haven't tried before. And then also jump over to our sister page, Wellness at Home. Look at some of the workshops they have there on self-care, time management, mindfulness and relaxation, and then some peer educator info sessions as well. So stay in there, take care of yourself, and we'll see you soon.